we're trying to find the inverse, okay, of negative 4x minus 1. Okay, so there's two steps. The first one is to start with an x. Okay, so you literally just write an x down. Okay, and then the second step is to write down the steps that would solve our original equation, the one we were given, which we called it f of x. Okay, so we start with the x, and then we're just going to write down all the steps that you would do if you wanted to solve this one up here for x. So if you're trying to get x by itself, the first thing we'd have to do here is to add 1. Okay, we'd have to add 1 to both sides. So that means for our inverse, the first thing we're going to do to the x is we're going to add 1 to it. Okay, we're like building the inverse up. Okay, so now if we did that, okay, the 1's gone over here. So now we have negative 4x. So now what would we have to do there in order to get x by itself? What's the last step? How do we get rid of this negative 4? Good, Lizbeth. We got a negative 4x over on this side. How do we get rid of the negative 4? Divide by it. Yep. So that means for our inverse, and then x would be by itself. So that means our last step here is we'd have to divide this by negative 4, and that would be our answer. Okay, so these two things would be inverses.